Hi guys, Joey Lee here. So, this week I've been looking at scary stories slash videos of like the top 20 scariest urban legends. I've come across quite a few that are a bit scary, like the clown statue, the clap clap story, things like that really creep me out. The clap clap reminds me of the movie The Conjuring. Me and my family actually played hide and clap, and although nothing like supernatural happened, like we were just playing hide and seek, but it was hide and clap. I felt so creepy just playing that game. Like, claps are just scary. They're just a really creepy form of communication that scare the crap out of me. But I have an even more chilling story for you guys tonight. It's currently like 3 a.m. It's like ghost traffic hour. So it's pretty creepy just sitting here in my room with just my lamp. I would be sitting with a candle, but it's like melted down too far and it's not bright enough, so it didn't seem right. Anyway, so I'm here with a lamp on so that I don't get as scared myself. But this story that I have for you guys right now is the most chilling story I've come across yet. It's known by many different names, but the most common name is the Lady in White. That's just creepy. Can you just picture right now? It's sort of like The Ring, like how she's just standing there, like all tangly, long black hair and like a white dress, like just really, 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 really creeping me out. Like, I hope you guys can share my image. Like, really, really creeping me out. Fear of ladies in white dresses, totally creepy. Anyway, so the story is called The Lady in White, or The Ghost Hitchhiker. A newlywed couple, Nathan and Heather, were driving up the Northern California coast to go to their honeymoon place. It was like a quiet bed and breakfast, like a really nice sort of quiet, non-distraction, out of the city place. They were supposed to get there before dark, but a really, really heavy mist just sort of set in, giving it this really eerie feeling, like on this big, windy, narrow road in the mountains called Highway 1. They were at least half an hour away from their destination, so they weren't too far away, but they were 2 hours late. So they were in a bit of a rush. But for people who have driven Highway 1, you cannot rush. It is windy. It's a very angry, scary road, especially with mist at night. So they're just driving through. It's dark. They're probably really tired, and they don't think they've seen it right, but out the corner of their eye was a hitchhiker. It was a lady in a wispy white dress, standing on the shoulder, like the little curb, with her thumb out. So the husband, being the husband, has just said, good luck getting a lift out here. And the wife was like, no, Nathan, we have to stop and help this lady. We have to give her a lift. Look, it's dark, there is fog, she's on a mountain. Who else is going to come past? We haven't seen a single car coming past. We have to turn around. So he turns around, gives her a ride after arguing, saying we're already 2 hours late. And she's like, just please, we'll give this lady a lift. Like, pay it forward, do a good deed. So they turn around. As they approach the girl on the opposite side, they see that her dress is like in tatters. Like, it's old, it's ripped, it's dirty. It's just really tattered and torn, like an old doll that's been in your basement for years and you just don't even want to go there. Her face was really, really pale and gaunt, as if she was like pure white almost. But that didn't seem so out of the norm for them. Why? If you've seen a lady like that, you probably would just keep going. I'm sorry, but I would. Anyway, Heather rolls her window down as they pull up and goes, can we give you a lift? And she goes, oh, thank you. That's all she said. Apparently she looked like a teen or in her early 20s. And then all she says as she gets in the car is, I have to get home. My parents will be worried sick. Nathan just asks, where do you live? She goes just down the road about 10 miles as she's climbing into the back seat. Nothing wrong looking, like she's an ordinary girl getting into the back seat. She needs to get home. She says it's about an acre from here at an intersection with an abandoned gas station. Abandoned gas station. Don't you start thinking about things right about here. Like, what if she pulls a knife on y'all? Anyway, it's a white house with a rose garden. They're waiting for me. Anyway, so they're driving on. Heather attempted to make conversation, but the girl fell asleep in the back. They still didn't think anything was wrong. They'd just fallen asleep. As they realize that they're at her destination, they say, "Hey, is this the intersection?" Heather turned around to wake the young woman and caught her breath. So she'd hitched her breath. She was like, and Nathan was like, "What? Like, he's driving. He's not looking back. He's driving." She's gone. That's all she says. Heather just says to Nathan, "She's gone." And Heather's like, "What do you mean gone?" Like, thinking she's like passed out beyond waking up from sleep. But she's gone. He has a quick look in his mirror and he doesn't believe what he is seeing. So he has turned around, like turned right around. She's gone. She's vanished. She's gone. She's not in the car. So they're really, really freaking out. And because of this, they had stopped the car. And a light came on from the white house with the rose garden. Two old people came out and asked, "Can we help you?" He looked as if he'd dreaded the answer. Like, he looked as if he knew that they wanted his help and he was like sick of it, or he didn't want to know. I don't know, maybe old people just don't like other people's business. But Nathan just says, "I don't know. We were driving and we picked up this hitchhiker." And the old man says, "And she gave you this address?" He said, "Yes." "And she asked you to bring her home?" "Yes." Nathan still hadn't seen anything wrong, and Heather's there like, "Yes, that's what she asked." "And then she was gone?" And they're both like, "Yes, like, please don't think we're crazy." And the man goes, "You're not crazy, and you're also not the first." What? Oh my God. "She was our daughter. Her name was Diane. She passed away several years ago, killed by a hit-and-run driver on this very highway. They never caught whoever did it. I guess her spirit won't rest until they do." What? Just think about how he's worded that. If you had just pulled over, picked someone up, taken them home, and realized they weren't there, and the other people knew that this happens to people all the time, you still wouldn't think they said it like that. It almost doesn't sound real. They were absolutely speechless. They didn't know what to do, what to believe. Maybe this was all a joke. Maybe it was a bad dream. And then they just innocently ask, "Won't you come inside for a coffee or a tea? You've had a shock, so come in and sit down." Would you? No. No, I wouldn't. I would get in the car, I would lock the doors, and I would drive to my destination and stay there, and then leave the very next morning. "No, thank you, but we are both late. We have to get going." After exchanging really uncomfortable and eerie goodbyes, they go. They just leave, and that's it. They left, and apparently ever since, on that exact highway, highway number 1, it has reported, even on really, really sunny days, that as soon as you hit the top of the mountains on Highway 1, about 10 miles from the abandoned gas station at the intersection, a heavy mist comes in. It's almost like Diane is manipulating the weather in order for you to realize that you need to give this girl a lift because it's dark, it's misty. Give her a lift. That is so creepy. Like, I have chills. I am freaking out. Like, I almost want to turn every light on in my room and, like, lock the door. Like, I am terrified. a word of warning, please do not pick up hitchhikers, even if it is like a woman with a child. I know it sounds really, really cruel, but y'all just never know what's going to happen. Like, you need to be safe. Do not pick up hitchhikers. Just don't do it. Especially ones in white dresses with long black tangly hair in the middle of the night in a mountain, on a misty mountain. You do not do it. Do not do it. So that is one of the other creepy videos that I have made of stories that I have found on the internet. I'm sorry if it's not the same as other stories. There are so many different stories out there about the same videos, like stories all twisted, with different endings, blah, 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 blah. But this is the version that I found more than once, so I figured it was one of the most reliable ones. If you'd like to see more, subscribe, go to my channel, go through all my playlists. There will be a week's worth of scary stories that I have found on the internet that I am sharing with you. So please like and subscribe. Joey Lee, thank you.